So if you want to know the one simple thing that'll help you lose a ton of weight? Stick around to find out. Alright, lazy intro. So, hope everyone's having a great day. It's your boy, John Talla. And I'm going to tell you the one simple thing that'll help you lose weight. So this is no BS, not clickbait, completely true, and I don't see many people on YouTube talking about it. So the one thing to help you lose a ton of weight is to learn when you're psychologically hungry and actually physically hungry. So let me give you a little background about myself before we dive in. So if you don't know, I'm Lebanese and Syrian, and I'm the firstborn in America, me and my siblings. And with my parents, what they brought, of course, culture and eating habits. But if you've never eaten with a Middle Eastern family before, you have to know it's a lot of eating. If you're a guest especially, even if you're full, the host will come and ask if you want more, and then if not, they might just put more food on your plate even if you don't want any. This is pretty common. Although this is not specifically common to Middle Eastern cultures. It's common in many cultures. It was similar in Macedonia when I lived there as well. Not hungry? Sucks. The host will come and just put food on your plate like it's a buffet, even if you don't want to eat. While this is hospitable, it does not work for a conductive lifestyle in the 21st century. Literally had years of my life, years of women in my family yelling at me, "Kilu," which means eat in Arabic, the command to eat. Now, again, this was fine back in the day when we actually had to work for our food, go farm, go gather, instead of just going to the grocery store and picking something up. So years of this programmed me just to overconsume in everything I ate, which is very hard to overcome. Overconsuming fats, sugars, and processed food is not ideal for a good body. Literally, after high school, when I stopped playing sports and didn't move as much and attended more classes in college, I immediately started to get love handles. So we need to unprogram from our eating conditioning. What were you taught to eat? Were you like me, where you just chronically overate? Or was it something else, like you had to finish every last piece of food on your plate, even though you could put it in the fridge and eat it later? We need to learn how to eat, and we need to learn how to unprogram ourselves from our psychological conditioning. How is food treated in your household? Comment below. So how do we do this unprogramming? It's very simple. Start fasting. Not talking about fasting for days on end like a yogi. Just start simple. Start fasting 10 hours for a week. Next week, try 11 hours. Next week, try 12. Keep increasing till you're at a 16-hour fasting window. You need to learn what it is actually like to be hungry. Feel what it is like to be hungry. Not your brain just telling you want to eat, when your body is actually saying, I need nutrition. Understand it will be difficult. Your brain will be yelling at you saying, hey, we haven't eaten anything covered in fat and sugar in the past 2 hours. We need to eat. Don't listen to it. It's lying to you. You need nutrition. Understand it will be uncomfortable. But with this comes a lot of knowledge. The high amounts of processed food, sugar, and fat we eat are bad for our gut, our brain, and our health. If we chronically eat these things, we are most likely malnourished. Even though a person could be overweight, they can still be malnourished because they're not eating correct nutrients. Start eating real, unprocessed food when you break your fast. Eat things high in fiber and protein, as these will be more satiating after your fast. And one last tip that helped me out, I found this on the dark corner of the internet somewhere, I can't remember. But if you think you're hungry, imagine this. I imagine a big salad without dressing, and if I don't want to eat that, I am probably not hungry. Now, you may be one of the few people who like salad without some fatty dressing, so imagine something else that you'll eat but it's not your favorite meal. If you wouldn't eat that right now, are you actually hungry, or are you just looking for something to give you that dopamine hit? This tip may not work for everyone, but it worked for me, so you might as well give it a try. And again, remember to eat highly satiating foods, such as things with lots of protein and fiber, as they will fill you up more. So understand this, the process of unprogramming is difficult and it takes time. I spent 24 years of my life chronically overeating, and I still do it sometimes, but not as often. But that's about a quarter of my life if I live to 100, chronically overeating. That is insane. But when you learn to not chronically overeat, when you learn to actually eat because you are hungry and not psychologically hungry, losing weight will be a lot easier because you're not overeating every single meal. You will save a lot of calories and a lot of headache because you're not overeating. Got it? Great. So let's summarize the video. 1. Understand your psychological conditioning and see what has been programmed into you that you may not need. 2. Learn what it means to be actually hungry. Start fasting, start feeling hungry so you actually know when you are hungry. 3. Start eating more satiating foods, higher in fiber and higher in protein. And number 4. Envision your least favorite meal to gauge if you're actually hungry or not. If you're actually hungry, you would eat that meal. If you don't want to eat that meal, you're probably not that hungry. Alright guys, I hope this helped you out in your weight loss journey. And most likely if you're watching this video, you're starting to go to the gym. So check out my 5 beginner gym mistakes I made personally, and I hope you don't make the same mistakes as me and save more time in the gym. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see my face again, and I look forward to interacting with everyone in the comments. Peace.